I have lived in Europe before, okay, for many, many years. The most recent time I spent 10 months in England, and I was part of the NHS system. There are pros and cons to our system. There are pros and cons to their system. I will tell you that I would take my system right now. I experienced it through moments when I had to have an appointment for my son. He was just being diagnosed with cerebral palsy at the time. And you don't get to choose. They make an appointment for you. You don't cancel because you might not get another one for 2 months. So they make that appointment and you make it fit. They make it to the specialist that they've chosen for you. So I don't like public options. I am of the opinion that we need a reform, but I don't like what is proposed. So I do have a question for you. One side comment, I don't like what I've read because I don't like what's been built into it. There are moral concerns that I'm very much concerned about. Yeah. 25 weeks and 2 days. That's close to my heart because I don't know if you've been to a NICU, neonatal intensive care unit, okay? So my question is, what I've read, I don't like. I want to know if you've read the entire proposal. The last page.
I think Jack and I have both read the entire Senate Health Bill, which is the one that we worked on and wrote in the Health Committee. There is not a Finance Committee bill yet, and so we obviously have not read that. I have not read, but I've been briefed on the House bill because it's not clear what's going to come out of it. So it's not at the stage where we are going to engage with it yet. So I consider myself to be responsibly informed about the bill. And in terms of your question about how you don't like the public option, that is one of the reasons that the bill makes it an option and puts it side by side with Blue Cross, with United, with neighborhood health centers, wherever else you might like.
From the way
and so
I
it can
understand
be your choice
saving.
not to take it, but somebody else here who might like a public option, they get their choice, and you're not taking
okay,
that
then
away.
explain it to me, because as I've read it, there's a phasing out, and this is my concern, because I live in America in a land of choice. There's so many people that come here. So my concern is there a phasing out?
No. And no. In fact, the ideal situation is an active marketplace with several private industry competitors and a public competitor for those who choose it, and an exchange where people can come to that marketplace and get treated fairly, whether they're a big corporation or a small business or a single payer, and know going in that this is the price, this is the product, and I can shop between them without having to negotiate and take it or leave it if you're a small provider, while the big corporations get the benefit and walk away with huge savings compared to private individuals. So that's sort of the ideal model that we're trying for. This gentleman's got his hand up.